Alright. So, main story's sending us here. We'll be going here.
All of us here think...
One sec.
This is an automated distress message from Vault Tech. Vault 101. Message begins.
It feels like you left home a long time ago, but I know you're still out there. I just hope you're still alive to hear this. Things got worse after you left. My father's gone mad with power. If you can hear this, please stop looking for your dad and help stop mine. I changed the door password to my name. If you're hearing this, and if you still care enough to help me, you should remember it.
Message
And now we picked up the quest, Trouble on the Home Front. So we're gonna store some things, and then...
Your command.
And then we'll head to the vault.
Comes equipped with everything.
Now yeah, we have to get this done now, because it is a timed quest. Wait too long, and you lose the quest. Five more quantums to go.
You appear to have been wounded, madam.
The ghoul mask stays on us. It is just too useful an item not to carry around.
Suggest you utilize your infirmary.
Yeah, it's gonna be a couple of side quests for the next few recordings, and then we do the pit. Apparently there were more skeletons at some point. Someone named Jim Wilkins, and who else we got? Steve Armstrong, who I may have just blasted his arm off, or leg, or whatever.
Stop right there. I don't know how you got in here, but... Hold on. Wait a minute. It's you! I hardly recognized you with all the dust and grime from out there. Guess that explains how you got that door open. You've got more experience with it than most everyone down here combined.
I need to talk with Amata. I got her message.
Amata's message? I don't know what you're talking about, but I'd keep that under your hat for her sake. She could get in real trouble if people found out she sent you a message. So could I, just for talking with you now.
That's a risk I'm willing... No, wait, what sort of trouble do you mean?
Let me bring you up to speed. It seems like it's been a mighty long time. The night you and your dad left, everything went crazy. Between the bugs and the confusion, we lost a lot of people. When your dad opened up that gate, he let loose a whole lot of crap, if you'll pardon my language.
Dad would be horrified to know all that if he were still alive.
I'm sorry to hear that. Regardless of how things turned out down here, he was a good friend. I always figured he'd do well outside. Matter of fact, a lot of folks started thinking he had the right idea. He usually did. So, if it was safe out there, why stay down here forever? Well, the Overseer didn't like that one bit, and started cracking down on that sort of thought. Guess he didn't plan on you coming back.
So what now?
I probably ought to put you under arrest and take you into the Overseer, but frankly, I know better than to try that. Meanwhile, some of your old friends think opening the vault is a good idea. I bet those rebels would like a word with you, now more than ever. Of course, if you want, you can just walk away as if you were never here. Out of respect for your dad, I won't even tell anyone I saw you.
Can you lead me somewhere?
I guess you've had a lot on your mind since you were here last. Where do you want to go?
I need to see Amata. Lead me to her.
Okay, follow me.
Yeah, just gonna grab a few things while we're here. Kill the odd rat roach.
Uh-oh. Wait here. This doesn't look good.
You know I can't do that, Freddy. Now get back down below before I have to do something we'll both regret.
What? You're gonna lock me up like you did to Broch? You can't cage a tunnel snake, man, because we rule!
Stay back!
Taylor, stop shooting, damn it!
Don't you know enough to stay away?
You almost shot Freddy.
I didn't mean to fire. I really didn't. I just wanted to scare him off. But he had a knife. I can't be too careful with those rebels.
Tell me about the rebels.
I tell you, I'm scared of them. I never know when they're gonna try something dangerous.
What happened down here?
I lost my poor wife Agnes is what happened. And all the chaos and fighting, her old ticker just couldn't take it anymore.
I have to go now.
Yes, you do.
I guess you can see how bad things are down here. Sorry, where were we going?
To Amata.
As chance would have it, she was one of the first people to talk about life outside the vault after you left. No surprise. She always did like you. I hope you can talk some sense into her. Or maybe the two of you can come up with some other plan. Just be careful about it.
Yeah, I don't think he's opposed to opening up the vault. He just wants...
What's the big idea?
Come on, keep going. I think he just wants things to quiet down.
Oh boy, are you in trouble?
What happened down here?
You should have seen my pop. He personally saved old Stanley. But guess you wouldn't know what it's like to have a hero for a dad, would you?
Tell me about the rebels.
What do you expect from idiots like them? I'm just glad I was done with Butch's stupid gang before they got involved in all this.
Alright, gotta go.
Yes, you do.
Amada's up there, in the clinic with the rest of them. I'd take you closer, but they don't get along with security. Good luck.
Damn, look who's come waltzing back into the vault. It takes some real balls coming back here after everything you and your dad screwed up. But if you've got to be back, might as well make yourself useful. You gotta help us.
Help? What kind of help?
What sort of help do you think I mean? You must have heard about the changes since you left, right? The deaths, the lies, the whole Overseer lockdown thing? Ringing any bells? Man, they'd have rushed in here long ago if they didn't know I stole one of their guns from when they issued martial law. Anyway, you gotta help us get out of here. You gotta help me get out of here.
Don't worry, I'm trying to help the entire vault.
Man, screw the entire vault. What about me? Even these rebels just want the option to go outside for lousy trading and stuff. I just want to get the hell out of here for good. Why stay here and be stuck as a barber for my entire life when I could go out there and make my own choices?
Butch, what do you do in the vault?
The damn goat said I'm supposed to be a hairdresser, but that ain't me. I'm a barber, you got that? There's a difference.
What do you think you're gonna do outside, Butch?
I'll start a gang, of course. Why, it'll be the toughest, coolest, badassest gang the Wasteland's ever seen. Hey, play your cards right, maybe I'll even let you join it, huh?
You have no idea how many gangs of idiot raiders are out there.
Well, they ain't seen nothing like me yet. Butcher's gonna take that Wasteland by storm.
Why should I help you, Butch?
Because you've always been a goody two-shoes. So when I need help, it's what you're gonna do, right? You're gonna help Amada anyway, right? Just make it so we can leave the vault, and I'll leave and never bother you again.
What happened that night?
I heard old Stanley complaining a lot of the stuff down in the reactor got fried pretty bad. Nothing too bad, yet. But he's always worrying we'll lose air filtration or whatever. Of course, if that happened, guess we'd all have to leave the vault then, huh?
It's the water chip. The water chip's delicate.
Catch you later. Maybe.
So it gives us the option to sabotage everything.
It's good to see you again. Wow, you're back.
What happened down here?
Mom and little Monica got caught in the fires. I tried to get them out, I really did. But it was just too hot. I know it wasn't your fault, but my dad doesn't think as highly of you. You wouldn't want to hear what he said he'd do to your dad either.
Tell me about the rebels.
I wouldn't call us rebels. I mean, we don't agree with the Overseer, but we still love the vault. We just want to try going outside, too. Bye.
Yeah, I never noticed how many people in this vault were Asian.
It's good. Hey, good to see you again.
I can't believe they almost shot you.
I tell you, those guards are getting nastier every day. One of these days, it's gonna turn real ugly. But I'll be ready for it.
Tell me about the rebels.
The Overseer thinks he's in charge of us, just because it's his job? Well, nuts to that. We do what we want, and we want to open the vault.
What happened down here?
Paul got bit real bad by some of those rad roaches, but he thought he could tough it out. If we'd had a doctor to treat him, he might still be here. Yeah, see you.
Alright.
Good to see you.
Oh my god, you're back! You got my message and actually came back.
I came as soon as I heard you were in trouble.
Oh, thank you! Everything's gone crazy since you left, and now that you're back, you can help set things straight.
I may have left, but this is still where I grew up. I can't leave it in chaos.
Chaos doesn't even cover it. It's a nightmare down here. People died that night, and all because my father went crazy to keep someone from opening the vault. And worst of all, then we found out the vault had been opened before, and they'd lied about it all our lives.
How did you find that out? No, wait. That explains why I found an old Vault 101 suit outside.
I heard we sent a couple of scouts outside long ago. Maybe the suit was theirs. The vault was open for a while, but for some reason they closed it off when we were babies and everyone swore to deny it had ever happened. But then Jonas died, and they're keeping us locked in here, all to protect that fantasy of remaining untainted by the outside world.
Sounds like he's gone crazy with power and needs to be stopped.
You're absolutely right. It's not like we want to abandon the vault or anything. Well, Butch does, but he's too big a coward to go out on his own. Most of us had accepted that the outside was certain death, and things would always stay the same down here. But now we know they don't have to be. After all, it was enough to get you and your dad to leave, so there must be something good out there.
Why is the Overseer doing this?
I just don't know. Maybe he thinks he's protecting us, but all he's really doing is condemning us. I thought parents were supposed to want a better world for their children. Well, there's a new world waiting right outside that door, and we're not going to give up until we can reach it.
What happened that night?
The real problems came after you two left. The injured had nobody to turn to since our doctor had run off and his assistant had died. Now, we've got to rely on that old Mr. Handy for most of our medical needs, and he hasn't exactly got the best bedside manner. Ever had an examination from someone with cold, metal pincers? You don't want to.
Alright, I gotta go.
Be careful.
I never thought you'd be back. Oh, it's good to see you're back from outside. It can be dangerous out there for someone your age.
What happened down here?
My poor grandson Jonas died is what happened. They say it was just an accident in all the confusion, but I know it was the Overseer.
Tell me about the rebels.
Oh dear, we aren't asking for anything special. The vault's been open before, but for some reason everyone tries to pretend it wasn't. I guess they try to forget the poor souls who never came back from out there.
Alright, gotta go.
Oh, please be careful.
Hold on. No.
Good to see you.
How may I serve you, mistress? Yes.
Well, here we are. Nestled all safe and snug inside Vault 101. It's so cold down here. Colder still with Catherine gone. Oh, Catherine. I so wish you were here with me. How the hell am I supposed to do this by myself? Live down in this hole. Take care of our child. But this is our life now. So I guess I'd better get used to it. The Overseer who runs the place is an overbearing bully. But I've dealt with worse.
Okay.
Ah, another patient. What's it to be, eh? Appendectomy? Tonsillectomy? Hysterectomy?
So what's your take on this whole situation?
Ah, human problems for human hearth. I don't trouble myself with such petty affairs. My work is my life. And, as you can see, I've been quite busy.
Andy? What happened? All this blood?
Ah, yes, a rather unfortunate incident. In all the commotion, Miss Beatrice suffered a rather bad sprain in her left toe. The big one. Obviously, I had no choice but to amputate the leg. Yeah, I'm sorry to say the operation was not a success.
Wait, they made you the doctor?
But of course! course, with your father's departure from the vault and Jonas's untimely demise, the Overseer had to take swift action. And so he named me the new Vault Medical Practitioner. A marvelous decision, if I do say so myself. I am fully equipped, after all.
If you're the new doctor, can you heal me?
Actually, no. I'm afraid I've been, what's the human term? Fired. I've been reassigned to cleaning detail. My first duty is, somewhat ironically, cleaning the clinic. But surgery was fun while it lasted.
We're gonna get away from Nurse Ratchet now.
Of course. Don't let me keep you.
Yeah, kind of feel sorry for her.
It's good to see you again.
I guess. But it didn't rule so much for Paul. Come on, cheer up. Paul wouldn't want you moping around.
Alright, yeah, we'll make our way up to the upper level.
You never should have left, kid. Now we'll make sure nobody ever leaves again.
Hey! Kill them all! Let God sort them out! Kill them all! God will understand!
Alright, you're probably wondering why I didn't, attack him. That's because if I attack him, the vault goes hostile. If Sergeant RL3 does it, then, well,
I never thought you'd be back. It's been a while, kid. I guess the goat couldn't have predicted how you'd turn out, could it? Remind me to add a question about rescuing your teacher from the vault jail. If the vault ever goes back to normal, that is. By the way, while I was in there, I heard some worrying things from the guards.
What'd you hear from the guards?
I heard one of the guards talking about some sort of plan to raid Amata and the rest of us. I didn't hear anything else, but I think he read it on the security terminal. So maybe you can find more there. I'm sure it's bad news for us all.
Tell me about the rebels.
Most of them are just kids who are caught up in the idea of seeing the world. But I know we've got to actually open the vault if we want to survive. Otherwise, we're just going to dwindle away down here until it's all too late.
What happened down here?
It was pretty rough, I'll tell you. I know a lot of folks blame your dad, but I know he didn't mean to cause all that. Don't blame him or yourself.
Alright, gotta go.
Watch yourself down here.
Alright. Yeah, I'm pretty sure all the rebels would have gone down fighting. There's no way that plan would have worked out. And now we gotta go tell the Overseer.
Sir, searching for targets.
Right after we loot his room. Didn't really need the key, because, well, he's in his office, so...
Well, I see you've returned. Done with the dust and ruins of the wasteland, are you? Given up looking for Daddy? Thought you could just slink back in like a teen missing curfew? Well, that's too bad. You have no future in this vault. You're tainted.
With your leadership, no one in this vault has much of a future.
That would be where you're wrong. By locking down this vault, I'm protecting its future. In fact, I was protecting its future when I had to make those unpleasant choices the night you and your father abandoned us. I only wish I could have stopped your father before he left. If anyone's to blame for the unpleasantness, it's him.
Do you have any idea why he left the vault in the first place?
I've spent many nights asking myself exactly that. He certainly didn't tell me before he left. I blame myself, really. I should have known better than to let him enter our home in the first place. He certainly showed his true colors in the end. Were he raised in the cleanliness of our vault, perhaps your father would have shown more dedication to the important things in life. Just as well that he left. We mustn't let humanity's last pure specimens be sullied with his type.
At least my father didn't hide from the outside of his whole life.
No, but he didn't risk bringing you out into it either. You have to wonder, is that why he left you behind? He wanted to know you were someplace safe? And then, like a fool, you squandered the greatest gift he ever left you.
The rebels are upset you lied to them about the outside.
They have to understand that we did that to keep them from going outside and getting killed. To keep them from making the same mistake our generation did when we were their age. Some of us already lost loved ones out there long ago. We won't lose any more today.
I have a solution to the vault's problems.
To fix what you started? Go ahead and humor me.
The rebels are right. You need to open the vault.
Oh, do you? What makes you think you know how better to protect this vault?
You simply don't have enough people to stay isolated down here forever.
I admit, in the 200 years since the war, our numbers have dwindled a little, but we have enough genetic diversity for a few more generations. My God, you're right. We won't last another 100 years, whether or not we get supplies from the outside. We're the last bastion of pure humanity, and we're doomed.
Humanity isn't about pure genetics, it's about never giving up hope, even now.
I wish I could share your optimism, but I suppose you have a point, in your blathering way. My way won't save our vault's mission, but if I let them contact the outside world, I might be able to save its inhabitants. But I'm not the one to lead them in that. I'm stepping down as overseer. I'll tell Amata that I can think of no more appropriate leader than she.
Alright, that's a good option. Yep, the vault's been contacted by the Enclave. This vault's mission was solely to remain closed for an undetermined amount of time. Obviously, it's failed. Drastically.
Man, I sure wish we could blow this joint.
Everyone, listen closely. After a discussion with your friend, I've made an important decision. In my attempts to keep us all safe, I have been, perhaps, overzealous. Lives have been lost. But perhaps, worse than that, lives have been stopped. And in my attempts to keep you safe, I have kept you from growing up. I know I have made these mistakes, and I would make them again if I had to do so. That is why I cannot remain your overseer.
Father!
Amata, I appoint you overseer in my place. You've proven you have what it takes to make hard choices for the good of the vaults. I'm just sorry I didn't understand that earlier. Consider it one of many mistakes I've made.
Thank you, Father. I'll do my best to keep us all safe, inside the vault and beyond.
You're welcome, my dear. And now, if you'll excuse me, I feel quite worn down. We'll deal with the details soon, in private. Until then, I'm sure there are people waiting to congratulate you.
I just heard. My father says he's stepping down as overseer. He won't tell me why, but I have to assume it's something you said to him.
You both care about the vault's residents, but in different ways.
It's hard to forgive what he's done, but I suppose I can understand why he did it. I'm glad you brought him to his senses. But now there's a new overseer in charge, and I'm planning on opening the vault. This time for good. It's a bright new day for the vault, but I'm afraid there's one thing that has to change.
I've got a bad feeling about this. What is it?
There are still so many things to repair, and a lot of bad feelings to mend. Some people still blame you for what happened. So, I have to ask you to leave. I'm sorry, but the situation is just too delicate for you to stay. Please, if you really want to help the vault, you have to go.
You're a hero, but you have to leave. This is exactly what happened at the end of Fallout 1. I understand. Goodbye, Amata.
We can never really thank you enough for everything you've done. It's not much, but take this with you, to remember us by. It'll be a while before we're actually ready to go outside. But once the vault is stable again, maybe we'll see you out there. So, I guess this is goodbye for now. But with luck, we'll meet again.
Hey. Good to see you, Susie.
It's a shame you gotta go, but you'll do okay out there, I'm sure.
Well, time for us to leave the vault forever. Yet another vault dweller exiled.
Go on, get out.
It's a shame you've got to go, but you'll do okay out there, I'm sure.
Alright. Come on, Sergeant, I want you out of the vault.
Sir, searching for targets.
Back out into the wasteland we go. Alright, before we do more side quests, Yelgrai Caves. We're going to get that bobblehead. Since I've got the animal friend perk, there isn't really any hostiles down here, but might as well nab what little XP I can. Noticing the starting is not as bad today. Between last recording session and this recording session, I actually opened up my computer to clean it out a bit.
Scanning, sir.
I've been meaning to do it for a while. I just hadn't. I just didn't have an air duster. That's just compressed air in a can. They're very useful for cleaning out a computer with sensitive electronics. They're also useful for cleaning keyboards, which I've yet to actually clean. I probably should do it, but it's not too bad right now, so I'll get to it when I get to it.
Scanning, sir.
Okay, we just need a few more quantums, and then we're good to get that Nuka-Cola quest done and out of the way.
Scanning, sir.
Yeah, there's absolutely no need to kill the Alguai, I'm just doing it anyway. Because we are very close to leveling up. So what little experience I can get, I will get. Plus, you know, the Alguai meat can be sold for a tiny bit of profit. Hi. Okay, it's in this chamber, I remember that much. Okay, that last shot was unnecessary. Here it is. Alright, the next easy one to go grab would be the... Oh, hold on. Don't think I've seen this before. Anyway. Next bobblehead we can go grab would be the Big Guns bobblehead. And somewhere near where the big guns bobblehead is located is the explosives bobblehead. Now for big guns, it's in a location which has a side quest attached to it. So I'm figuring we go pick up that side quest. In fact, once we leave this cave, we can actually go pick it up. I mean, we do need to go do some trading, so yeah, we'll go pick up the quest. You gotta shoot him in the head. Okay, I think this one was the way out. Yeah, where it's this way. Oh yeah, I forgot. An enclave station that post spawns here.
What do you need?
He's got nothing that we could use.
Give me a shot.
Yeah, not a great place for enclave soldiers to be. Right next to a place filled with mutated bears. I'll just ignore that explosion. Straight to Underworld. No, wait, wrong museum. Straight to Underworld.